All right, everybody, how are we doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Green Monster Prospects. We have a very loaded show where we are basically going to be diving into a lot of key news, a lot of standout players. It's a pretty big news week, so kind of good that you're hopping in because there is a lot of news to get to. As always, joined by Rob. Rob, how are you on this fine Monday?
We're doing okay. Busy day, long weekend, but we're here. We got some good prospect news to talk about.
Got a lot of
And we'll see
major
how,
league news to talk about. There's a
yeah.
lot going on to kind of set the stage for a lot of different discussions for tonight, which is the nice part. Yeah, it's yeah. I feel you on the long weekend, the long week. It's just yeah. Hopefully this is a new week. It's hot as shit down here too. So it's like you can't even go outside right now because it's so fucking hot. Like it's awful, dude. Um, State of your Red Sox week. Before we kind of get into the fun stuff, like I always like to do a temperature gauge on how you feel about the team. Just you watching, you tuning in. How do you feel? Do you feel any different? I mean,
we're
there's
we're feeling lukewarm a bit, I guess. I don't know, almost in the hot seat, but I don't know, man. This is just it's frustrating. I guess a positive note is the games that they've lost mostly they've been kind of in it towards the end. A lot of games where one swing can change it for the Red Sox. It's not like they're just completely getting shut out, blown out, but it's like it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, we really got to score runs in these
yeah.
runners in scoring position areas. It's just I don't know what they can really do to fix that. The bats just aren't as hot as they were during that streak.
Yeah, I mean, it's a regression to the mean, which is just, I mean, that's just sports. That's all sports, I think. I mean, I don't know if you could. Football's like the only sport where I don't think that really matters because it's like you play one game 1 week. But I think for sports that like have trends, like where I don't know how basketball is. I can't really speak to that, but hockey's kind of like that in a sense. Like you can get hot, and there's just like a regression to the mean, and that's really where the Red Sox are. It's a regression to the mean. I mean, you were hot for historically hot, and you had a lot of guys that played well above their heads, and now they're kind of regressing to their norms. And you have a couple of guys pressing, like Ceddanne Rafaela is kind of one of them. I mean, even though in this month he's still hitting 250 with an 811 OPS, he's chasing outside the zone way too much. The swinging strike rates are way too high compared to what he was doing in July. Hopefully, I mean, he's a guy too. He could probably use an off day. He have like just a mental reset. I mean, kind of one of those things. We'll just wait and see what happens. I mean, they're still in it. They got a nice cushion. I think the division is all but gone at this point, but you want to still get a cushion because I mean, if this team goes into like some kind of a lull, I mean, there's enough teams that are behind that could catch the Red Sox if they are.
Mhm.
And I think a key thing to watch too is, if you're monitoring like what the Yankees are doing, like this week they have the Orioles who currently occupy a playoff spot as we're recording. And then the Yankees play the Blue Jays again, who the Blue Jays are right behind the Orioles. And the Blue Jays just took a series, from the Yankees, and the Yankees got outscored like 7-2 the first two games. Their starters are fine, but the bats are just still lukewarm. But if you're the Red Sox, you kind of want to build that cushion. You kind of want to go ahead and add to your lead a little bit. And we're going to get in some Red Sox news because some of that stuff does matter a little bit, but we got to kick things off with the promotion of the week.
All right.
Take us away,
Uh,
man. Where are we going this week?
so we're going to Hub City Spartan Burgers. First off, fantastic name. The Spartan Burgers, that's what you want to see out of a minor league baseball team name.
And literally, it
We're
fits the thing like Greenville Drive. I think of like
Yeah,
drive-in burgers. I don't know. Kind of works.
kind of works. I think it's a great name, but they had which they I guess they do this every week. Toss It Tuesday. So 1,000 fans receive a numbered tennis ball to win a grand prize.
Hmm.
You win this prize by being the first to successfully toss your ball from your seat into a hoop at second base. So
Okay.
first off, testing out the arm, see what you got. depending on where you're sitting, could be an easier throw, a harder throw. Now, when you first think about this, what do you think the prize would be? What do you think the grand prize is?
I mean, I feel like depending like where you're sitting and like how probably like lofty of a toss that is, um, you're probably. I mean, you got to say like maybe a jersey,
That was my first guess.
something like that. Maybe like a bat or a ball, like something good because
Yeah.
that's a pretty sizable throw.
Well, how about this, Tommy?
So,
Tommy, how about if I told you the grand prize last week was $1,000?
oh hell yeah!
That's kind of nuts.
I
You would
mean,
think
you know what
something
though? That's a good
smaller, like a
prize because
jersey.
that's a pretty solid throw. Like, and it depends like where you're sitting too.
Yeah,
Like, imagine being behind home plate and you just fucking chuck one like, or
they got to
just
get
right
over
into
that
this
net,
bucket, dude. Just right into this damn bucket. I mean, and I will say, like, I know you're gonna get to the all right. So the Cooper Flag bobblehead. I already saw the line for that fucking thing, dude. Forget
Ah,
it. There's just no way. Like, there's no way you were. I saw the crowds and respect to Cooper Flag. I mean, just a local native, but I like the people out there. I mean, you think it was like it was like it's not the equivalent, but it's like you ever see the lines for like the Shohei bobbleheads? Have you
just
ever seen?
absolutely
Have you ever
nuts.
seen like the crowds for those? Like, dude,
It's
they're
got to be
crazy.
like a
It
couple
it
hours wait.
Oh, yeah. There's swarms of humans out there that just literally sit there for hours and just
Yeah,
camp out and whatnot, and it's like it's like it's crazy. I personally I would probably do the toss at Tuesday because I think it would be at
mm,
least fun. I don't know where I'm gonna sit. I don't really know, but I mean, hey, you get a shot at $1,000, man. Like, fuck it, just see what happens. I mean, if you make it, you make. I wonder what happens if like two people make it. But I think that the
well,
odds
it's
of
the
that.
first to be successfully in the hoop.
Gotcha. Oh, so
Yeah, yeah.
you really got to be counting on like your ball. Like, if you're number 999, like you're probably like, ah, shit, like no
Oh,
pressure. But
in my mind, I'm assuming they're just throwing it all at the same time.
that
I
could
didn't
be
actually see
fun.
the ball toss.
That could be fun because then like if your ball hits another ball and it's like you're
Mhm.
playing defense, but like you also just screwed yourself. Like,
Granted, I would wait till everybody throws theirs, then throw mine. But yeah, like you said, Tommy, the second one in our document was Portland Sea Dogs are giving away Cooper Flag bobblehead to the first 1,000 fans. And not to make this about a monetary thing again, but did you know how much they were selling for? Did you see any articles or when you go to eBay, Cooper Flag bobblehead, this bobblehead sold for about $300 a pop.
holy shit.
Yeah. Does that
Okay.
change your opinion?
Okay. I mean, I mean, honestly, I'll probably still do the toss. I mean, I'm probably not gonna like be the one to get to the game early enough to get the bobblehead.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, like is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm gonna do the toss Tuesday just for like the fun vibes. I think that would be fun. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna shoot for the 1,000. I'm gonna shoot for the 1,000, see what happens there. Um, and just kind of go from there. Where are you going? Are you
Yeah,
going to are you going to get the bobblehead so you can sell it on the secondary market?
I think I'm gonna have some fun with you. I think I'm gonna go to Hub City Spartan Burgers, and we're gonna sit on
Uh,
opposite ends. We're gonna figure out best
we'll
seats.
get like walkie talkies and be like, all right,
Oh
brother, on
yeah,
the count of three, 1, 2, 3, and just like start chucking them and
because then if
see
we
what
both get it
happens.
in the middle, I mean that's 2,000, right? They can't just not pay one of us if we both get
Well,
it
if
in
they
the
did,
exact same time.
if they did, we'd just be like, all right, we'll just split it down the middle. We'll just do 500, 500.
But yeah, I'll be joining in Spartan Burgers though. We
I
usually
like it.
don't go in line with each other, but yeah, save me a seat
No,
somewhere.
usually we're hanging out in different. I think there might have been one time doing this where we're like, hey, hey, man, like,
Good to see you.
we're actually hanging out up. Yeah, Bayo's up. Wow, so Gamboa's gonna throw like like under 10 pitches this inning, and then Bayo's gonna come in and just go sicko mode against this Diamondbacks team. Fun stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
As
a
I'm
household divided for you, huh? Diamondbacks versus Red Sox.
Oh, it's Red Sox always first, but Diamondbacks are my NL team. So like, I mean, Red Sox always first. It's kind of like when the Bruins played the Devils. It's uh, like Bruins like come away with the win, but like if the Devils win, I'm not like super upset about it. But I'm not like actively cheering for the Devils like that game.
Yeah.
Like my dad was a big Devils fan, so it's kind of, and obviously I grew up in New Jersey, so it's just kind of part of it. But
Okay. Some
yeah,
Tommy lore there, didn't know.
yep. So yeah, yeah, baseball wasn't like a big thing in my family. It was more hockey. Like my
Mm.
uncle doesn't care about baseball. He does the football thing. So that's how I'm a Raiders fan. So I'm a very
Man's all over the
very
place.
very diverse individual when it comes to my fandom here. But now that we're kind of done with the fun promotions that we love to do that Rob here cooks up for us. What's cooking up majorly is as you see, the Portland Sea Dogs are getting
Sure.
Justin Gonzales. That was the big news last night. We got it out into the Twitter sphere right after that. Being aggregators and aggregating the right way. Just doing the Lord's work. But I'm pumped, man.
Yeah.
I'm really pumped. Like I like. I mean, I think it's to the point where you kind of look at this kid and you look at what he did a year ago. He was in rookie ball. He really did one game there. I mean, he didn't really spend any time there. Then he was in Salem, and then he got bumped up to Greenville. And in Salem, he did really well. I mean, the home runs weren't really there. It was 4 home runs, 27 RBIs. He did steal 11 bases, which is really nice. He struck out 52 times, walked 35, but he hit 298 and with an 804 OPS. Then he had very, very minimal stint. But again, he's an 18-year-old kid. So
Yeah.
there's still like a learning curve there. This year, man, this bat speed program, what they're doing down there, you see it with a lot of these different guys. And this is a guy that's really taken to it. And kind of like a lot of them that we talk about, the power's there. 17 home runs. He's capitalizing on his RBI opportunities with 58. He stole 11 bases, so you love to see that. He's still using it. And that's a pretty, like, he's a solid dude, 6'5", 210, like, big guy, not afraid to run. His approach to the plate is great. 69th percentile walk rate, 81st percentile K rate, doesn't whiff. You want to see him chase a little bit less outside the zone, but this is a guy who's just a power machine. 12 doubles. He's got some triples under his belt, but the slug is up a ton. I mean, talking 390, now it's 463. The OPS is 100 points higher. You love it. I'm a big ISO person. I like using ISO as a metric to go away from it. It's your batting average basically without like the singles. It's your extra base hit ability. 191 from 109 last year. Like, talk about some strides, man. And the walk rate's up a ton, talking 4%. So, I mean, he's made some strides, and it's great to see. And guess what? We're Red Sox fans, but if you want to be a Portland Sea Dogs fan for tomorrow, him and Roman Anthony are going to be in the lineup tomorrow. So, an exciting day for the Portland Sea Dogs. How did you feel when you saw this? He'll be joining Henry Godbout, which is really nice
Yeah.
because they were together in Greenville. So you're just seeing the moving of the line, which is really, really nice.
I audibly said, "Oh my God!" Looking at my phone, like
Yeah,
that's some big news. This is a top
yeah.
prospect we're looking
You
at
you
for the Red
sent that to me,
Sox.
and I was like, oh, I said, okay. I was like, here we go. This is a
I
great
I
way to cap off our evening. Like, this is great.
I
So
sat up in my seat. I was like, "Okay, let's put the glasses on real quick and take a look." He might be probably, I don't know about you, but probably one of my most favorite prospects to watch in terms of just like how he goes
what he can
about, like
do.
highlight wise.
Yeah.
Just a big guy, power hitter, got some swagger. I mean, did you see
Yeah.
that video of him the other night at first base on the
Yep.
spinners? As soon as the
Yep.
game ends, just tucks his jersey out sideways. Like this guy's fun, man. And he's hitting the ball well. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, pretty much everything like slugging wise has gone up. His last 2 months, he has a 530 slugging. Everything's just been great the last 2 months if you really look at it there. Only 7 home runs in that 2 month span, but like it just
Yeah.
feels like he has more. I don't know. He's just always hitting the ball hard. Like I said, stolen bases. He has 11 in the past 3 months. I think he's only been caught stealing twice in those 3 months. And a guy that you could see at first base, like, he's played 7 times at first base so far this year. Can play the outfield. Being a 6'5" guy, who knows how he'll kind of develop, I guess, fielding wise. He has a good plus arm. A couple of different ways you can look at it with this. Granted, how many tall outfielders do you know besides Aaron Judge and Stan? That
James
are really
Wood.
like, yeah,
James Wood.
yeah,
James Wood is like freakishly athletic in center field. Like that
but
dude's
like,
he's a freak. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like how many like really like big dudes, like maybe Stan back in the day when he was able to play the field. But
6'5", 210. What a beast!
I mean, it's like it's one of those like prospects, and I think we talked about it at one point in an episode, but it's like good to reiterate it. I think like for him, it's a prospect you want to hoard because it's a prospect you kind of need.
Mhm.
Like it's a prospect that it's a power bat. Like you don't have many of those in your pipeline. Like I think you're seeing notable power gains, but this guy is like a true like legitimate power threat. Like this guy could, I mean, I hope he's not like just a DH, but it's like that's a guy you could put a DH as like, all right, we got this guy coming up. Like, that's how you feel. And the beautiful part is he's 19 years old. Like there's still time and you don't have to rush this guy and you have him. And I think that's the key part for me personally. Like that's how I feel about it. Like I feel it's just a prospect you kind of need. And it's great that he's performing because it's like, all right, like we need this type of guy in our system, and hopefully can eventually be a contributor at the major league level. But huge news, like
Yeah.
huge news.
And
Very 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 excited about that. So
like,
if you don't
as
want to tune into
talked
game
about that
two,
though. Yeah.
what's up?
I was gonna say, as soon as you talked about that, when we're looking at guys in this organization, just pure plus power hitters. I mean, I just thought of Martin Schiller, the ninth round pick that they had, led the league in home, or led the high school nation in home runs.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a lot of
this
guys that are like
year.
wanting to tap into the power too. Like you want to tap into like Hull and Schaffner, but it's like when you're talking like bona fide power, yeah, him and Sheila are basically like the guys. you
Going to
definitely
be
hit
good
the
for
nail
years
on
to
that.
come.
But yeah, if you don't want to watch Game 2 of the Red Sox tomorrow, where it's Merrill Kelly and Ranger Suarez, you can go ahead and watch Roman Anthony rehab. With good old Gonzales for Portland tomorrow. I guess speaking of rehab, Trevor Story, he has been rehabbing. He's going to continue to rehab, throughout the week, and there is a chance. This is from Gordo on Twitter. Shout out Gordo. Just probably the best aggregator that's out there, to be really honest. Like he does a really good job at least getting the news out there. He could be activated Friday. I have mixed feelings, and it's not so much that like Story's back. Like I've been pretty like adamant that like not the biggest Trevor Story fan. Like I personally need to see it. Like I want to see it,
Mhm.
but I just don't rush these guys because like you need bats. Like I understand this team is taking like a regression to like not a hard regression to the mean, but enough of a regression to the mean. I kind of want to go ahead and I just don't rush him. Make
Yeah.
sure he's actually ready so he can come in because they do need his bat.
Imagine we get a Trevor Story from like 2 years ago when he was hot off the rip.
God,
I mean,
even
you
if he
never
gets
know.
second, even if he gets second half Trevor Story, from
Yeah.
last year, like you'll take that if you get it.
And Mount
You
Sir has
know,
been great. I mean, looking at the numbers the last month and a half, he's cooled down a little bit, but he's still getting on base a ton. But defensively, you can see some issues potentially. And Story, we know, kind of
but
wasn't the
it's
best
better
defender
than
when he
it's
left.
probably better than what like Monasterio gives you defensively. You just kind of need you need Monasterio's bat even though it's cooled down.
Yeah.
But you can move Monasterio to second base and it's fine. So
Yeah.
it's going to be
I'd be good with
interesting.
that.
Hopefully they don't rush Roman. I think Roman's one too. Like if he does start to look good and he's putting it together, but give him a decent rope, in my opinion. Give
Hmm.
him a decent rope in terms of his rehab. Like, don't rush him back because you do need Roman down the stretch. Like, you do. And
Yeah.
Chad Tracy's already come out and said that Roman's they want him to lead off, so you get your leadoff hitter back, and he's gonna do the left field DH. So we got that carousel again with the outfield, so that'll be fun. Not looking forward to that. I guess some other news. You're gonna see the revolving door with the bullpen. It's just names. They're just calling up whoever can fill the void. Got to imagine we see Bastardo at some point. We touched on him last episode. He's kind of been a man on a mission lately, really limiting his walks, getting his strikeouts. He got touched up a little bit in his last time out, but yeah, it's just going to be a revolving door until you can get some of these guys back, from the IL, and it just kind of is what it is. How do you feel about the Red Sox Field of Dreams game in 2027?
First thing I did.
Taking on the Kansas City Royals.
First thing I did was look up how much a flight to Iowa cost.
Oh,
that would be a fun game to go to. I'm realistically probably not going to go.
Oh man, that's brutal. Breaking news: Max Fried is on the 15-day IL now with a left elbow bone bruise, and he just came back and was looking really, really good. But the Yankees do get Rodon back, so I guess it's addition by subtraction at this point for that staff. Dude, that team is a mess, man. That's a shame, the Jerry Seinfeld meme where he's sitting on the couch eating popcorn. But how much was the flight to Iowa?
From Rhode Island area, $400 or $500.
It's not that bad.
I wasn't. Nah, but I'm like, it's kind of a lot just for a one-off. But like, I don't know, like how often does like the Red Sox play in a game like this? Like they had the London series against the Yankees forever ago.
I hated that fucking series. I hated that series so much. Those games were so bad.
The half and half hats with the Yankees and Red Sox on it.
Oh.
That doesn't get you going. But like gimmicky games like that, or like Little League World Series game, like it'll be fun to watch on TV. Except the whole no ABS. I don't know if you saw that. They tried to challenge it.
I'm going to be really, really honest with you.
Did not.
I watched Schwarber hit the third pitch of the game deep into the corn, and then I think I cut it off for a second.
Yeah.
And then Keishel went deep, and then I listened to because they had Roger Clemens in the booth. Mm-hmm. And his son plays for the Twins, so that interaction was really cool. But
not big on the game, huh?
But I was largely just uninterested this year. Like I thought it was like the game, like the very first one with the Yankees and the White Sox. Like that was a really good game. Like that was actually a really good baseball game. Like. Yeah. Tim Anderson, Godspeed, off into retirement. That fall off needs to be clinically studied. But I don't know if it was because like the pitching matchup. Like a lot of times I watch games because of like who's pitching.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like I think the Marlins are a fun team right now, but you got Jansen Junk who has had like decent starts, but he's going against Sanchez. Like I want to watch that because of the matchup. Like Aaron Nola is fucking cooked. Like I like he's been horrendous this year, and I like Taj Bradley, but like the Twins don't excite me. Like like they have players that I like, but it's like all right, like I'm not like, and the worst part is too there were other games going on. So it's like if you're gonna do this, like
it's got to be its own thing. Yeah.
Like make it its own day. Like have all your games played before the 7:30 game, and then don't have another game that's at like 8 something or 10. Like just make the Field of Dreams game the last game, and then it was on Netflix. So then it's like okay, like you have to have a Netflix account to do this. So it's like I don't know. Like I mean, I have Netflix, so I don't care. But it's like. Will I watch the Field of Dreams game? Absolutely. Like, because my team's in it. Like, I'll watch it because the Red Sox are playing, because I watch every Red Sox game. But, like, if it's, like, any other game, like, I'm not – like, I can turn it off if I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just watch the highlights kind of guy, yeah.
And kind of like you, like the Winter Classic, like do it its own thing, or like the NHL Stadium Series where they play all the fucking games before the Stadium Series, and then the Stadium Series then like that's it, carries out night. So, and then if you're on the West Coast, then yeah, you get like the 10 o'clock LA Kings or some shit. So I don't, yeah, I don't. It's
You're not
that's
that
really what
excited,
we're.
huh?
No, not really. I mean, I think it'll be cool because I think like the Royals have like they have good talented players that you want to like. You have one of the biggest faces in baseball, and Bobby Witt Jr. Then you have like Roman Anthony. Hopefully, you get like a Crochet or Tully start for that because that would be cool.
Mhm.
I mean, the Royals don't really have any pitching. There's no telling what that rotation is going to look like after this year because a good chunk of their rotations are on free agency this winter. So that'll be fascinating. But Jack Caglione, you got Carter Jensen. There's some guys there. Salvio will probably still be around. Um, but yeah, just wanted your thoughts. And then before we kind of get into like our prospects, so ABS is coming to college baseball, which I actually think is really, really cool. Teaser alert, this upcoming season, we are going to be doing college baseball. It's not going to be super in depth where we're covering every single college because that's just a lot.
Um,
That's a
all right,
lot. But
breaking
oh,
news.
what do we got?
Arizona Diamondbacks designate second base star Ketel Marte for assignment.
What?
That's crazy.
No.
That's shocking.
Wait, I thought he was replaced on the restricted list.
Hector Gomez tweeted out that he was DFA'd.
I got the Diamondbacks just made the following roster moves. They recalled Jose Fernandez, placed Ketel Marte on the restricted list. No way.
Just sent you the tweet. Yeah,
What?
Hector Gomez on Twitter.
He's been right about things before. I believe wasn't he the one that kind of had the Devers one?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
there goes your Marcelo Meyer trade piece.
Holy crap. That's
Takes the air right out of the podcast, huh? Shit.
wow. Okay, so all right, so we're going to be doing college
Immediate
baseball talk.
thoughts.
We're going to be
Immediate
probably
thoughts.
focusing on like the top 25, kind of some guys that are going to be in the draft just to really be as to be informative, to inform everybody because a lot of times with the draft, you see a lot of these college guys get drafted and maybe no one knows who they are. So maybe if you tune into us, hopefully you'll at least be familiar with some of these names. So that's kind of the point. I think ABS to college is great because I think if you're a MLB team and you're scouting these college guys, like you'll kind of see which hitters kind of know the strike zone,
Mhm.
and it'll be good to see how it's implemented because ABS is, I mean, it's a thing, it exists, and that does matter. So
They're gonna have these kids take an ABS class in college for credit, learning for learning which calls are correct, which ones should you not challenge.
yeah,
I think it's a great move, though. I mean, why
I
not
love
have
it.
it in college baseball?
DFA and Ketel Marte. All right. I don't
We
I
got to
don't get.
talk about this. I
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
this is
I
big.
I just wanted to touch on the ABS thing because it's like it's a thing. Uh it that's crazy. I saw he was on the restricted list because he didn't show up to Fenway Park.
The Diamondbacks tweeted out that he's on the restricted list.
So the reason
Couple like
the
36
reason
minutes ago.
the reason's currently unknown. I've told fans because fans think like it's crazy, like why would they do? But I'm like, I think there have been things behind the scenes with the Diamondbacks where Ketel Marte, the one this season where it was like, oh, he takes days off. Where at that point he missed like 3 of the team's games. Like it wasn't like that wasn't a thing. Like I don't buy into that. Like that wasn't a thing. But there's been like times in the past, like 2024, they were making that push where like they literally missed on the last day because of the tiebreaker, and he was taking Like he would tell like Lavelle, like he would sit because it's just, but it's like, all right, you need that guy. Like he's been one of the best
Yeah.
offensive second basemen in baseball. You need that guy. And that's just been a thing. Um,
Just signed a 6-year, $160 million deal
so
last
he
year.
had the original contract and then he got a new one because they just basically ripped it up and gave him a new one based on how he was performing. But they wanted to trade him because his 10-5 rights kicked in like in April. That's why it was so apparent to want to trade him. I'm very
I think it's
curious.
got to
Like
be a wrong tweet. Like people are
I
reacting to
can't,
this.
I can't. I could see not showing up to Fenway and being on the restricted list. Like, but things are gonna come out. Um,
That's a wild thing if he's incorrect about that.
yeah, I like that's just a bold thing to make.
I can't see them DFAing him.
Ah,
Even with the character, like the issues he might have, he's still, a stud of a second baseman.
I can't see them outright. Like he would have had to do some like some
Crazy shit.
vile shit to like get DFA'd. The restricted list I could see because there was like, I mean, he dealt with a lot last year. Like I felt bad for him last year. Like he dealt with a ton. Like, and he just, I mean, he was mentally just trying to like keep it together while playing a 162 game season. But you had like Perdomo going out on limbs, like defending this guy, which it made sense at the time. But holy crap, yeah, that's going to be a story I'm going to have to keep track of because the Substack's gonna need that. Uh, that's not good if he didn't like. I know he didn't travel, and that's why. So I could see restricted list, but no one knows why. Outright DFAing him, like that's got to be like something happened. And
And
I know he was
yeah,
hurt too. Like I know he just played in the series yesterday. Like he just finished the series in Atlanta. So that's gonna be something to monitor. Holy shit, dude.
I'll keep an eye on that to see if the if that gets walked back or not.
Well, Jordan Lawler, I guess you're gonna be playing middle infield, brother. Like yeah.
Get ready to learn middle infield.
Well, he can play the middle infield. That's the nice part. But oh man, what never fucking dull day, dude. Wow, that's two broken news pieces we've had. That's kind of nice.
Things come in threes, so we'll
Yep.
see.
Oh, don't say that because that's not good. All right. So now that we kind of hit our news, sorry that kind of took a little while, but now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. Would you like to do the hitters first, or would you like to do the pitchers first?
Why don't we dive into some pitching and see what's
Okay,
going
let's
on?
dive into some pitching. Let's do it. Let us do it. So we're gonna have a new routine for this week. We're gonna try something new. We're gonna kick the tires on some stuff and just see if we like the flow of it. That's the nice part. Testing different things, trying to do things just a little different. All right. So my pitcher of the week for this week is Devin Fattrell. I'm a big Fattrell fan. We've talked about him too many times, but I guess it's a good thing. If we're talking about you, that means you're going out there, you're either taking the ball every fifth day and getting the job done, or you're simply going ahead and hitting really well. So if you're doing that, odds are we're going to talk about you. So Devin Fattrell, he's been really good. I mean, this is a guy who's gone 5+ innings in his last 5 starts. He's had 8 or more strikeouts in 4 of those 5 starts. When it comes to walks, not really a lot. He had one game where he had three walks, but other than that, it's just been 1 or less. So he's doing a really good job of at least limiting base traffic. This start, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, no walks. Phenomenal stuff. It was his Portland home debut. So that's one way to just, rock on there.
He's looked really good. I mean, in terms of the strikeout rate to walk rate, but then you see like he just gives up a ton of hits. But new league in Portland, great outing, like you said, definitely well deserving of the pitcher of the week.
His if you go like even back through these 5 starts, this was the highest strikeout rate of the starts, where it was 38.1%. Walk rate was just 4.8. The whiff rate much more impressive than the last start, going from 17.1 to 29.7. CSW, which is called strikes plus whiffs, he went from 29.5 to 37.9. Wasn't really getting a lot of chase, but he was getting a significant amount of whiffs inside the strike zone. 20.7% up from, I mean, what it was 10% last start. So a really, really, really good start overall from him. So I'm impressed. Um, I like the guy. I really like him. I like that we've talked about him a lot. Um, so yeah, I'm very, very happy with what he's done, and I'm very happy with the kind of production that he's kind of displayed, and I'm eager to see what more he can do at Portland. We're gonna go through the rest of these are gonna be a little nitty gritty, but not a ton. But Caleb Bolden, another Portland Sea Dog. Yup, we're sticking in Portland. Portland's just the theme of the episode. That's just the way it's gonna be. But this is where are you? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is not. I don't like it. This is jacking me up, and I don't like it. All right. Not a ton of like huge work, but I like the outing where he had 5 strikeouts, which was a season high, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 3 innings pitched. I dig it. I like it. I like seeing stuff like that. Not a lot of whiff, not a lot of chase. It was just more of an execution thing. So I at least enjoyed the fact that he was able to go out there and execute his pitches. And then we kind of have like a bunch of different dudes. I do want to get to the last one, so we're going to do that. Hayden Mullins, a really weird outing. You know what? I'm going to be honest, man. I've seen a lot of weird outings this week. Yuri Perez was one of them. He had 5 strikeouts and 5 walks. That's really weird. Hunter Brown was the same way this week. Kind of the same for Mullins. Got a lot of punch outs, 8 strikeouts, but 4 walks, 3 hits. So a lot of base traffic, but nothing kind of happened against him. So I guess you kind of roll with the punches that way. Just not a recipe you kind of want to see, in my opinion. That's just me. I mean, when I do my like pitcher of the day, walks are a no-no in my book. I don't like walks. I'll deal with walks depending on the damage. But good for him. If you're looking at his last 2 starts out, 9.2 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 walks, 16 strikeouts. But you saw a lot of the walks come in this past start. He's had 4 walks in 2 of the last 3 starts, so that's not ideal. But he's had a decent stretch where it's kind of been up and down a little bit. Seeing a lot of significant less whiff rate in this start, but the strikeout rates were up, so that was nice. It's a weird start, man. It's just a weird start. It just is. Mullins is a guy that you kind of want to monitor a bit. You think he could maybe eventually be a guy that comes and helps the big club, but I think we're still a little ways away from that. Dylan Brown, 4 Ks, 2 walks, 1 hit over 3 innings. I like that. And then another one, Christian Fauch in Salem. 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 Ks to 4 walks. Another one, another funky start, man. Like
that might be somebody we haven't talked about really much in this podcast. Not really a whole lot to go off of.
Which is why we're about to dive, sir. Because I think it's good, because a lot of guys that we have talked about, you do want to dive into, but the purpose of this is to kind of go through and dive into, guys that we haven't talked about. So, I mean, this is
just a little bit of background on him. He's 6'3", was drafted last year in the 5th round from Arkansas. Just a little background right there. But yeah, what do you got, Tommy?
Going through his summary. So, I mean, he's made 15 starts this year, 57.1 innings pitched, a 5.81 ERA, 77 strikeouts to 64 walks. So we got to change that. Yeah, the strike percentage is 3rd percentile. Out of zone swing. He's not really excelling in that department. Will get the swing and miss though. But you want to see him hit the strike zone a little bit more. But again, it's a young pitcher, 22. Let's see what he did in this start from an advanced standpoint. Good news. So he has a lot of really good swing and miss. So if you go on TJ Stats, which I use for this episode when I come to doing my analysis, this guy right here, I love his analytical work. I think he does a really good job. He's a great follow on Twitter too. He posts a lot of really good stuff, but he has really good whiff rates. Pretty much in every start, like it's all orange. It's never really below 30%. He's had one start where it's been below 30%, and that was in May. So everything else looks really, really good. The last two starts, he's built up the chase. So he's getting guys to swing outside of the zone a little bit more. I do love the fact that he gets batters to swing and miss inside the strike zone. So he's not afraid to attack hitters. He's not dodging. He's not bobbing and weaving. I like it. I'm not a walks person. I don't like walks. I don't like free passes. I just don't. That's just me. Like when I do my pitcher of the day for the Substack, which isn't minor league wide, it's major league. I don't like I do not like walks. So that's something I do want to see like moving forward. Yeah. But good for the 22-year-old. It's really his first league. It's his first season of pro ball. So
he really had a rough first 10 or so starts.
Yeah.
7.77 ERA, 30 strikeouts to 30 walks. But then you look at the past, 2 months, a little bit better. Definitely better than what he was doing before. He has a 4.36 ERA. Opponent's only batting 177 off of him, but the walks is just a big issue. 47 walks to 47 strikeouts to 34 walks. Once he limits that down, he's not really giving up a whole lot slugging wise. He's only given up 2 doubles, and let's see, can't find the home runs here, but he's only allowing a slugging of 274 in his last 33 innings. So once he limits those walks, I think those numbers are going to look insane.
And then we got what's called Jedrickson Paez. He got called up to Worcester. So you look at like the summary of this kid and like what he's done. God, why am I in MLB? I don't want MLB.
Very impressive start he had for his first Worcester game, though. I thought that might have been your pitcher of the week.
I like strikeouts. I like a lot of that stuff. But he did really well in his first Worcester start where he just gave up 2 hits, no walk, or 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, which that is really, really nice. You do look at his I want to look at his AA stuff real quick. That's the nice part about TJ Stats is he has different like levels you can break down. This guy was a machine. In Portland. It was a 4.41 ERA, but when you have a 56 strikeouts to 5 walks, like that's really, really nice. You did get beat by the long ball a little bit this year, but it was 7. He really only made 7 starts. 49 innings pitched. So to get that means they maybe see him as sizable depth. But you look at what he was doing in Portland. It's a very great page. If you look at it, 79th percentile whiff rate, 92nd percentile walk rate, 74th strike rate. The CSW is 93rd. He gets guys to swing outside the zone a bit. Not afraid to throw strikes. Like that's a guy that throws strikes. So it definitely smells like a pitcher that the Red Sox see that maybe could be an arm that they can count on. That could maybe come in and fill a void eventually. Definitely see what he wants to do at the big league level. And excelling in Worcester. It's his first stint in AAA. He's been in the Red Sox minor league system since 2021. So curious to see. Good start, exciting start. See what kind of happens,
I feel like we've talked about this before with him, but like his just walk numbers are just insane. He walked 2 guys in the last 24 innings. It's just like he's only walked, 2, 5, 6, just like 9 guys. He's walked 9 guys this year in minor league baseball. Sorry, 8 guys. No, actually, no, no, no. Now I'm just messing around because I forgot he was on the Chicago White Sox, then got sent back to the Red Sox for that Rule 5 draft. He's only walked, let's see, two, four, five. He's only walked 6 guys in the minors this year. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a guy that will definitely be seen up at Fenway at some point, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got people asking me about Cattell Marte. I'm like, brother, I don't fucking know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I just,
I think that's got to be a mistweet.
he just, I mean, he just, from what I can gather so far, he just straight up just didn't show up. Like, he just didn't show up
It's
to the
still
park.
still up there.
So, um, but now that we kind of are moving away, I do want to like hit on Christian Campbell real quick, just from what he's done. I mean, this guy had an OPS above 1,000 in July. He's got an OPS above 900 in August. Ian Condell, shout out Ian Condell, one of the best that does prospects. He does it for Baseball America, Sox prospects. Like, he had a video of a side by side comparing the bat speed of Christian Campbell, and you can see the difference in the bat speed, which is great. He's consistently put things together. Um, just saw Jahmai Jones he was scratched today because of a hip. Dude, do you think we see him? I mean, I know we talked about this last episode, and it's kind of hard to recycle information. I don't like doing that, but part of me just feels, man, like we have to at some point like figure out if we're going to see
You
this
gotta.
kid. What's his role going to be? And I said it on Pesky, and I'll say it here too. For him, it's I want the Red Sox to have a role for him. Like, the Red Sox need to have a role for him. They need to have a role for him. And I think like he's put it together consistently enough to deserve that opportunity.
I would much rather see him than IKF.
Yeah, but I
What?
think they see him as an outfielder, so that makes the problem really
Yeah,
hard. Like, and I know Yoshida's going down, and that's like, all right, that saves Duran's job, and they're gonna do Roman at DH and left field, but it's like Campbell's not a bench player. Like, he should not be a bench player. Like, that's a guy that you should have in your lineup. Like, that's a guy that you should have a definitive role for that can contribute to this team. That's like genuinely just how I feel about it.
meanwhile, you just have
Hey,
Nick Sogard and Eli White go back to
nothing.
back hits. And like
Yeah,
I like these guys too. Like
Eli
I think
White.
Nick Sogard should be in this team still, even after all the moves happen. Nick Sogard's been very sneaky good. And even Eli White, you got him here for defense, take care of that, say it on, night off. But then he just has a big hit there and scores very quick. I think we talked about this before, but Duran being optioned at this point.
I think that's just that would actually shock me because I think you already have tanked this. You've already tanked his value. Doing that would just be like you don't want to obviously DFA the guy. You want to kind of get him to the point where it's like you want to get something for him, but that would just be bad business in my opinion. I think if they
I
were going to
think
do that, they would have already, but it's like they need him at this point. But it's like he's not young. So if you just do that, it's like, all right, this is our way of just fucking getting rid of you. And I just think I think that's a bad idea too. But we'll kind of just, yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'd love to see Christian Campbell. I really would. I mean, just have a definitive role for the guy. Figure it
give
out.
him a
Right?
shot. Right? Why
Just,
not at this point? He's been
just
killing for
figure
the
it
last
out.
2 months.
Yeah, he's
See what
shown
he
he's
got.
putting it together. Like, just give him a chance.
Yeah.
Just give him a chance. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into the hitters now.
Yes, sir.
Um, this is your segment, man. You're the hitters guy. I'm the pitchers guy. You're the hitters guy.
Big
So let's go ahead. Start with your hitter of the week, and then let's kind of run down the system here.
Yeah. So my hitter of the week, a lot of decent, good. Actually, no, not decent. A lot of good to great performances this week for some of these Red Sox minor leaguers. I could look at a guy that maybe hit 3 home runs, give him hitter of the week, multi home run games, give him hitter of the week. But I'm gonna give my hitter of the week to Franklin Premier. He's in Salem right now. We talked about him a bit after being called up to Salem from rookie ball. 9 for 19 this week with a double, a triple, and a home run. My favorite thing, just like you on the pitching side, 5 walks, only 1 strikeout. Really just getting on base all around.
It's just the
Hitting,
roles reversed. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's just a reversal. The
I don't
Uno
want
card.
strikeouts. I
Yeah,
want
yeah. We
walks.
don't.
Is
Yeah,
what I
you don't
want.
want strikeouts, and I don't want walks. So it's like that's our criteria here.
But he had a 4 hit game and hit to get on base in all 5 games that he started. I mean, you can't really ask much more of this from a hitter in the system. I mean, yeah, like I said, you get a guy that hits 2 home runs, 3 home runs, but you're having a guy with 3 extra base hits and 5 walks. As a 4 hit game, that's my hitter of the week right there. Really impressive stuff.
I love it. I love Primera. I love what he's done. I think it's a guy that, and we've hit on it so much, but it's a guy who kind of started really slow when he got promoted at a rookie ball and kind of moved his way up. But once he kind of got settled in, he's just been a machine, and it's just that's it. That's it, and it's just been fun to watch. And it's another young guy that you can like attach yourself to and enjoy the development and love what you're seeing. And that's probably been my favorite part. And I think that's something that fans should kind of make note of a little bit is when you're doing these prospects, it's like I think once you get to Worcester, it's like, all right, at that point, you're kind of on the taxi squad. They
You're on
see you
call.
as
Yeah.
ready. They see you as ready to be promoted. So when we're doing these and we're talking about these guys in Portland and we're talking about these guys in Greenville and Salem, it's like we're highlighting guys that are showing progression. And that's what it's meant to be, informative progression. And that's what you're seeing with Primera. So it's like enjoy that. There's plenty of names to get attached to other than the main ones like Franklin Arias and the big guys. So yeah, Primera is a guy that you should be familiar with and a guy that you should be attached to. Who is next on this docket?
Yeah, we're gonna stick in Salem. Cleavar Salazar, another catching prospect. We touched about him maybe last week or 2 weeks ago. Went 6 for 18 this week with a double, triple, and a home run. Same kind of stats as Premier. He had
Yep.
1 walk to 2 strikeouts, but looking at his numbers over the past 2 months, I mean, slugging like 550. He had on base percentage of 50 in July. Like another guy that just gets on base any way he can, more walks than strikeouts. Um, Another good prospect to keep an eye on, Salazar. Um, when we head up to Greenville, actually, this is kind of an interesting one. Greenville, we got Justin Gonzales. So now he's not in Greenville now. Now he's in Portland. But when he was in Greenville this past week, 7 for 20 with the pair of homers, 6 RBIs, 2 stolen bags. I mean, we talked about this already, but that's going to
Oh
be a
yeah.
guy that's just going to be electric to watch. Portland's going to be awesome. Hey, I would love to go to a Portland Sea Dogs game. This is the Portland Sea Dogs podcast episode. It feels like,
It pretty
but
much
wow,
is. Like I don't like. I think pretty much everybody we highlighted has been a Portland standout, a scholar of the Portland Sea Dogs.
a scholar, if you will. I wonder who's even pitching tomorrow for Portland if they even have released it yet, because that's going to be a game to watch. Because is that the Roman Anthony game tomorrow?
Yeah, Roman
Uh,
begins his rehab, and then IKF begins his in Worcester Wednesday, and Story will go Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday they'll kind of just see if they're going to bring him up. There is a chance we see Trevor Story on Friday for the Giants series.
that's going to be a giant series to watch. Nice shortstop.
Yeah, yeah, Devers and potentially Meyer coming back. So
The
wonder
friends,
wonder if
all
Devers
the
gets booed.
things.
Wonder if Devers like
Oh,
gets booed.
he's going to get booed. I
That's
never
brutal.
like booing players anyway. Like, it's like,
No, but I wonder. It's like so different than like the Xander return, where like
yeah,
Xander was like just beloved, like, and he still got it like the second time in the first. Like, I don't know.
I
I'm
think
curious what the reception looks like.
I think people
Bregman's
will
another
love
one.
him.
Like, I'm curious what that reception looks like, which is not his fault. The
You know,
fucking
I,
the fucking Cubs gave him the bag. Like, it is what it
I
is.
I think people hate, and not hate. That's a strong word, but like the fact that Durbin's been doing so well as the replacement. I think people don't mind the Bregman thing as much. But Rafi, the way he went out, I could definitely see Red Sox fans booing him because he was supposed to be the guy for the next 10 years. Probably get his jersey retired the way he was swinging the bat. Um,
That's
but
bold. That's
I,
bold.
I, okay. Looking at it, what was it
Maybe like
like
a Ring of
three-time All?
Honor thing, like or something or whatever they
They
do.
would have
Like
his number up there, I bet.
maybe.
Granted, the last year didn't like pan out as well, but like
Yeah. It's
I
just it's like a sour thing. Like I'm just curious like how they like go about it and stuff. Like
because he hasn't
it's
been back. Has he been back to Fenway? I can't remember.
no, because we
Dude.
traded and then we went there like the next week or like the next day.
Yeah,
Like we played him like the next week. So yeah,
yeah.
he hasn't been back here yet. So but
Good
anyways,
luck.
I don't know where you left off. I don't know if you're on
I
Gonzales
I
still
got it.
or
I got it. We're staying in Greenville. Isaiah Jackson. Here's a fun little one for you. They had to delay a game, suspended the game, brought it to the next day, double header. He hits 2 home runs that day, one in each game. He had 3 home runs, only 4 hits that series, but 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. He's been picking it up a bit as well lately. And then this is the Brooks Brandon podcast. Um, we're
yeah,
gonna have to just do a deep dive
did he
like
finally
one day.
pass the Portland history for most doubles in a year?
Was that what it was?
He was really close. Like when I tweeted it out, I was like, he's gonna finish it by the weekend. So
He had 4 doubles this series. Went 7 for 16, 4 doubles and a home run. This guy is just a stud. And like you wonder what you're gonna get out of a guy like this eventually. Like what kind of ball player he's gonna be because he doesn't have the same like I would say the same projections as like a premier, right? I feel like Brooks Brand isn't really as talked about or really high up in the pipeline system for MLB pipeline for the Red Sox, but he's been an absolute stud behind the plate. Probably your most consistent hitter outside of Franklin Arias in the minor leagues. He's just been an absolute guy. Um, Another guy that's been playing pretty well, Jack Winay in Portland. He had went 7 for 20 with 2 doubles, 2 home runs. This is only his second year of professional baseball. Overall, he's looking pretty decent. 831 OPS in Double A, and high Single A before he was called up. Was hitting 891 OPS. Just another guy to keep an eye on. He has 6 home runs and 8 doubles so far in 40 games with Portland. So love seeing
right.
that power. Speaking of power,
yeah, 2 for
Nelly
11 with home runs. You love to see it. It's either boom. It's very boom or bust.
Nelly Taylor, a guy we haven't really talked about. Someone that's OPS isn't really jumping off the charts to us. This season, he has a, let's see, 646 OPS, batting 193. But seeing those 2 homers, he's up to seven now for Portland. Last year, he was in Greenville, had 7 home runs, so he's kind of on track with that. Doubles wise, he has 15 doubles this year. He just needs to get more consistent about getting contact. Slugging's decent, on base is decent, but I think the big thing really is getting on base more, hitting the ball. Strikeouts to walks this year, he has 97 strikeouts to 47 walks. So just a guy you want to see.
I mean that's like also like really common anyway. Like I think in it's probably changed since then, but I think like Kevin McGonigal is like one of the only players in Major League Baseball that has more walks than strikeouts this year.
With a lot of these guys we see prospects, though, I feel like it's not that big of a range of strikeouts to walks. Sometimes we've seen kind of like matched, but like I don't think I've seen it almost doubled like that over the span for
Yeah.
a Portland player. But I've got 2 more guys for you. Miguel Blaze, a guy that could potentially be a Rule 5 draft selection by another team. We're going to have a lot of time to talk about those Rule 5 guys coming up in the offseason. A lot of notable players that we've talked about, such as Brooks Brandon as well, I believe. A lot of decisions they're going to have to make. But Blaze had a good week. He went 4 for 13, hit a double and a home run. He just hasn't been able to put it all there together. Let's see. This month he's been really good, though. OPS is over 1,000. 3 home runs already this month, 9 RBIs. So he's really picking it up at the right time, I guess. And then the last guy we have to talk about, number one prospect in the system,
Yeah,
Franklin Arias.
yeah, Frank Morris,
Again,
where
it's kind of like a
just
meh stat line, bad 7 for
you
22. It's
yeah,
like, all
7
right.
22 and a double and a home run and having pretty sufficient defense. Like, I think that the leash for me personally, the leash for Trevor Story has to be like really, really short. Like,
Yeah.
if Trevor Story comes up because the Red Sox probably rushed the rehab, and then he basically doesn't swing the twig, and then you got Arias still doing what he's doing consistently. Like I can't see where they're like, nope, we're gonna ride the vet. But I do think too, like the 40-man thing with the lockout looming, like definitely is a factor here. Now what that actually does, I don't know. Fans probably feel pretty indifferent about that. Me, I see both sides of the coin. Like I think if you're a team that's really trying to win, you probably bring him in. But if you think you can try to do it with vets and you don't want to stunt this kid's development, I could see that side of the coin too.
Then I think if you
Because
look at it, oh, sorry, you keep going.
no, you're good. I know I'm good. I'm done.
I was going to say, if you look at it though, again, we're going to talk about a lot of these guys, but Rule 5 guys, they're still going to have the Rule 5 draft no matter if there's a lockout. Franklin Arias can't be selected in that. He's not eligible for it. It's almost like, do you kind of save somebody on your roster that you might want down the line, like a Brooks Brennan? You, not to waste a 40-man spot, but like, Arias is going to be on this team at some point in the next year, I'd imagine, at least. But you
Oh
might not
yeah,
be able to save a guy.
yeah. And then if he's on the 40, like if he's on the 40 man, he can't play. Period. Like if there's a
Yeah.
lockout, like he just can't play. So it gets tricky there. But I mean, that's a whole different discussion that we can do a much deeper dive on. Do you want to get to final thoughts? Do you have anything else?
The 24th best farm system. And it's kind of like, imagine if this team didn't have Arias, where they'd be ranked. I don't know where
Well,
his
yeah,
exact
and you
ranking
got to
is
think,
now,
and
but
you got to think they traded Ianson too out of that, and you traded,
Mhm.
like you traded Witherspoon, who I think was like teetering with, you know, the
Yeah,
top 100 and all that fun stuff, and
I'd imagine they'd be middle of
well,
the
you've
pack
seen
at least, but with all
prospects
those moves.
graduate, you've seen different prospects graduate too, so it's
Yeah.
like that change that like has an effect, but yeah, that's fun.
That's
That's
all,
fun.
that's all I got, though. What final thoughts do you got?
Shout out to Joshua Baez who hit a home run off the first pitch of his MLB like career, and then he sent
Hmm.
like two more deep, going 3 for 3, and then he ultimately finished the game going 3 for 4. But he's the only player in MLB history to homer in each of his first 3 at bats. I think it's an interesting conversation. Kind of maybe factors into this Red Sox decision, but dude, what George Lombard's been doing for the Yankees has, I'm not saying it's led to wins because I think their offense still sucks. I think their offense is still a ways away. I think without Judge, without Bellinger, and those guys aren't returning until September, so they got to go the rest of this month. And we play them, towards the end of August. So it's like that series is going to matter. Like they can still pitch, but like I said, like Freed just went down. Rodon's coming back. Like they're really grinding through it, but Lombard it's been night and day, like for the defense. Like he's had significantly less innings than Anthony Volpe, and he already has double the defensive run saved.
His WAR is already a .7 in 11 games.
Yeah, he already has
Like,
more home runs than Volpe. He's got more than home runs. He's got the more defensive run saves. In fact, when he came up in the beginning of August, that was his first game. He's hitting 270, 357, 459 with an 817 OPS. He has the second highest WRC plus on the team at 133 behind Trent
I,
Grisham. And then you look
as
at
a
the rest of
Yankee
the team, and
fan,
this is why like I literally say what I say. I'm like, this team I think is grinding because you have so many guys on this team that just haven't performed since Aaron Judge went down. Like Ramos has been shit. He's got a 7 WRC plus in the month of August. Garcia's got a 54 WRC plus this month. Those are guys they picked up at the trade deadline. So it's like But if the Red Sox do want to go that route and add a player that maybe could help them win more and factor in better, you look at Franklin Arias, who can maybe turn that around. But again, that's a whole different discussion for a different day. But George Lombard, shout him out. He's been really good. He's been a fun kid to watch. I am a Red Sox fan, but I do appreciate like baseball talent, and that guy is baseball talent.
Hey,
That's a really good baseball player over there.
as a Yankee fan, I'd love to see Anthony Volpe take a spot.
They got him in second. They have him playing second base in AAA. Believe it or not.
That's so much better. They should have done that way before. I mean, the
Uh,
amount
the,
of
but it's one of those
blunders.
things where Boone and that organization was stuck to their guns on this is our shortstop. Like Anthony Volpe is our shortstop, just like they say Austin Wells is our catcher. So it's kind of both ways. But those are my final thoughts. Do you have anything else?
Now we pretty much hit everything on the head. Let me just take a look real quick to see if that Hector Gomez tweet's still up about Ketel Marte, and it's still up. Um,
Yeah,
I really think they
but
really
nobody
messed it
else
up
has confirmed it. So it's going to be
for
one of those
weird.
things you'll find out after the game if like something actually happened. Like something had to have happened. But again, dude, it's
Am I frozen or is Tommy frozen? Tommy? All right. I think it's just me. I think Tommy's lagged out. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much going to do an episode for the not the pesky podcast. Green Monster Prospects. We'll be here next Monday night talking some more baseball, some more prospects. Tommy's just gone. All right. Well, that'll do it from Tommy and from Rob. We'll see you next time.